Hey guys, it's Lippy. How are we doing today? Remember the video a year ago when I said 2018 sucked? Let's start with 2018 and how it was one of the roughest years of my life, okay? Yeah, and I did a whole, this is what my life is. Well, guess what? It's 2020, and I'm here to tell you how it actually worked. I'm happy now. I am genuinely happy with my life. This is a life update video. I wanted to let you guys know some tips and tricks that genuinely changed my life and made me the person I am today, like happier, more just willing to try new things, less stress, less anxiety. So, I mean, if you're interested in watching, keep on watching. Okay, so hello everyone, my name's Lippy. I think most of you guys know me here, but I am a 23-year-old girl. I graduated school about 2 years ago, and I am in the real adult world of working, and I make YouTube videos for fun. I said that 2018 was one of the worst years of my life, and I still stand by that because 2018 was just a mess. I think I was just going through life, and I wasn't really taking charge of my future and like what I wanted and what would make me happy. And then 2019, I was like, you know what, I'm going to set a bunch of goals, a lot of bucket list items, and I'm going to be determined to make 2019 better. 2018 was about going through the stuff. 2019 was about growth and progress and changing into the person I am today. So, okay, well, I don't even know what to say. I just feel like I did a video 6 months ago, and I gave you guys a life update video about being selfish. I would genuinely like to say I was happy in that video, but I was not at my potential. I remember around that time there was still a lot of turbulence in my life of just like up and down feelings. Like one day I'd be really happy, one day I'd be really sad. And I'm not gonna sit here and say like every day is perfect, but for the last few months, I've been like genuinely happy and just like excited to live my life. And I think a lot has to do with that being busy, so I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I've definitely thrown myself into situations where I'm just a lot busier and I get to see my friends more and I do really cool activities, whereas before I think I was more chill and I sat at home. And I mean, this will all come full circle because one of the biggest lessons I learned in 2019 is get to know yourself and like what kind of person you are, because it's really gonna help you guide yourself. Basically what I'm trying to say is this video is going to be about personal growth and how you can achieve it. So, okay, if you want to learn, this is what I'm going to tell you. Number one, you need to get to know yourself. You need to learn about yourselves. I recommend taking 2 tests, and it's the Myers-Briggs test and it is the Enneagram test. Myers-Briggs is how other people see you, and Enneagram is how you see yourself. I will leave my Myers-Briggs up here somewhere because I never remember it. But my Enneagram test helped me a lot because I found out I'm a 3 wing 2, which means I'm an achiever, which makes total sense. I was really hard on myself about school. And then wing 2, which means I'm more of a helper / emotional person, a giver. And that makes sense because I'm a sensitive girl. Hello, my name's Lippy. I am a Cancer / Leo because on the cusp, but I'm sensitive, okay? And so that totally made sense with my personality, and it really allowed me to understand where I got my validation from, but also what things made me upset, and it kind of gave me a little like a working point. So number one, get to know yourself. I also learned I'm extroverted this year, and I know you're like, Libby, you're making YouTube videos, of course you're extroverted, but I genuinely spent many years of my life just sitting at home. I get nervous. I genuinely get shy. Like I hung out with my friends last night and we went to a brewery and I was nervous about the people there. I'm just like, hello. I get really awkward and all my friends know this, but sometimes it just kind of clicks and I'm like on a roll and I get really excited and I love meeting new people. And so there's that balance, right? It's a spectrum. It's a fluid spectrum, and I'm more on the extroverted side, basically is what I'm saying. So get to know yourself. I will leave links to all of these personality tests in the description down below. Next step, I learned that I had to start saying yes to things because I think before I let anxiety keep me back. So if you guys don't know, I have always struggled with anxiety my whole entire life, and I feel like this year it really wasn't that big of an issue. I'm not saying like at all times I was fine. I definitely was anxious at points, but I never let it stop me, and I think that helped me so much. I think anxiety becomes a thing that if your body has a reaction and it's scared, you don't want to go through that again. It's that flight or fight moment, and so you avoid it, and then you get anxious because you're scared something's going to happen again. And I genuinely still get anxious, but I kind of push my way through a lot of things. Driving is one of those things that made me super anxious, and I have driven so much more this year. If you guys knew me in 2018 versus who I am now, I feel like I'm a completely different person, like completely different person. Before, I just would not even drive to the grocery store, and now I have to drive to a random restaurant. I'm actually meeting my mom 45 minutes away in a town I don't know how to get to. Like, that's crazy, the fact that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this after this video. And if anyone knows me, it's a huge step. I have a lot to go. I still don't love driving, but I'm just more willing to drive. This year I need to learn how to drive on the highway because your girl's taking back roads for everything, and it's making everything really long, and I'm kind of getting that desire to go faster on roads now, so need to learn the highway. It is a resolution for this year. Another thing, this is something I still kind of need to get better at this year. I have a bad habit of when I want to sit at home, I want to sit at home. And when I want to sit in my pajamas, I don't want to go see the world, but sometimes I need human interaction. So I need to start like editing videos at a coffee shop or going to bookstores more often, or just like public places. Go to the park for a walk. Like, I need to be out of my apartment, and it's still something I'm working on, but it is something I've worked on this last year, and I think it's helped me a lot. I hang out with a lot more of my friends now. I go do random things. Anyone that knows me, I was not the type of person that liked to go out, I guess, and I'm still not, but I will show up more to things with my friends, and I think that's made my life a little bit more fun. Be responsible, kids, but it's okay to just like go chill with your friends. And like, I'm learning this year because it was something I was scared of in college. I never went out, I never did anything, and so it's crazy. Like, I don't even know how to explain. Like, it's crazy where I was and where I am now. I also wrote notes on my phone, so let me pull some of those up. Goal setting. I set so many goals last year, and I definitely went after them. And if anyone's more like a grade person, I was always a grade person in school. This kind of gives you that same like validation, which is why I love it. And you're pushing yourself. You're writing goals, and that check mark behind it, like, it's amazing. And I love using a planner and writing things down and using my phone notes, and just it's great. So basically, what I'm telling you is set goals, go do them. Don't just say I'm gonna be healthier. Like, you need to write, how are you gonna be healthier? For me, I say I want to have a healthier lifestyle, and I'm thinking about ways to do that. I want to go on walks more. I want to take out workout classes. Maybe I'll find an accountable buddy to help me go like be healthy because I don't exercise. And so it's really about setting goals, going after it. Last year I said I want to do a hot chocolate 5K. I didn't ever want to run it, and apparently you're not allowed to enter this race unless you're going to run it. And so I decided I'd finesse my way around it, and I would invite all my friends. I texted them. I said, I don't think anyone's going to show up, but I will be at the park at this time. If anyone wants to walk 3.1 miles with me, hit me up, and then I'm getting hot chocolate after. And people actually showed up. And so it was more about just like finding ways, creative ways to get to my goals. And I had a lot of fun with it last year, and I'm really excited about it this year. More about continuing the personal growth of being independent, happy, continuing to challenge myself, and all while doing really fun things I put like on a yearly bucket list, which are just random classes that I want to try out or random events I want to go to, because I'm just trying to have fun in my life, and sometimes you need things to look forward to, okay? This brings me, for some reason, I like connected the dots, find things to keep you busy. If you're like me, sometimes just going to work is not as fulfilling as I would like it to be. Like, I love my job, I love the people I work with, like, don't get me wrong, but when I get home from work, I don't want to work for work again, right? Like, I want to do something else. And so I've been picking up little projects here and there. YouTube is one of them. Also, I worked on redecorating my room, and I know you can't really see too much here, but I got a new rug. I have these pictures right here, my friends, and I painted together, which is really fun. I'm going to turn this around. There's a bunch of junk over there, so please don't judge me. All of those things right over there, yeah, I picked out those pictures on Etsy, and I got the frames from Michaels, and I got quotes. I even made a Livin' with Lippy sign, which was really fun. Now, hold on, I gotta fix this. So I put a lot of effort into my room, and it kind of worked out for me because, one, I love decorating. Two, I love coming home to a place that truly makes me happy, and I genuinely love my apartment. I love coming home. I celebrate the heck out of every holiday for no reason. I already have Valentine's things up, guys. The new year just started. I blame Target because I bought things from Target that were like $3 and they were cute and decoraty, and I was like, I'm ready. And so I just had a lot of fun making my apartment cute. I just put a lot of energy into other things. I need to get better at this, but I tried to make like homemade desserts for holidays for all my coworkers, and it just kind of gave me something to do. So traditionally, I could have just been sitting at home being sad, being alone, watching Netflix, and I was like, I need to go to Publix, pick up these ingredients, make them cute for my coworkers, write handwritten notes, and I just kind of found things to keep me busy and preoccupied. If anything, I need to be busy. I love being busy, and this might be a terrible way to cope with feelings, but I definitely think me sitting around makes me think of things that make me sad versus being busy and productive and bringing other people happiness or like myself happiness in different ways. I just feel like it's a better use of my time. Speaking of better use of your time, take away the toxic people in your life. And I am the worst at this because I have a problem of letting go of people that I truly care about. Like if there's something that I just feel connected with you, I have an issue of just being like, okay, bye, I never want to see you again. Like that really breaks my heart, and it's something I've always struggled with. I told you in 2018, I had to say goodbye to 2 of my best friends just because our lives they couldn't be together anymore. Like I had to go be independent and go do my own thing. And that was really tough, and I think I still struggled with that this year. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I just have an issue. Like if I really care about someone, I hate to not be part of their life because I want to see them grow. I want to be a part of it, and I want the best for them. And it's hard sometimes when you feel like you're really trying to be there for other people, but you're still kind of getting, I don't know, best way to say shit on. You're like, you still go through language. You still go through situations where when you're not treated the best, and I think that kind of happened this year. And I'm not saying anyone is a terrible person. I literally love everyone that, how do I say this? I just feel like this year I still struggled with letting go of people that I probably knew should not be in my life. Something I heard the other day was like, what are you holding on for? When other people are just like living their own life and they've kind of let go and they're able to just be happy, then like what are you holding on for? There's no point of like focusing too much of your energy on something that you don't have control of, because I truly believe if someone wants to be in your life, they will be, and you can't force people to be in your life. And so don't hold on if people are wanting to leave, because then you don't have a sincere friendship, relationship, any type of ship with anyone if you force people to stay. So sometimes it's just better to let them go and you feel better because new people enter your life and old ones go. Sometimes I guess what I'm trying to say is you will find more happiness within yourself than other people, and that's a really powerful thing, and I don't think anyone should be scared of being alone. That was one of my fears, being alone. It's really hard sometimes when all your friends are literally in relationships and people are getting engaged and people are having babies, and I'm just like, hi, I am incompetent. I don't know how to do life sometimes. Like, it's hard, and it's weird to kind of compare yourself, but that's the thing. You shouldn't compare yourself, and I really kind of found that key recently, and I'm not great at it. I still do it, but I just feel so much happier because I know everyone has a timeline, but my timeline is not really to meet anyone and settle down like tomorrow, right? I'm kind of more focused on my future, if I want to move to a different state eventually, what I want to do with my career, having fun, being creative, spending time with my friends while I can, because eventually everyone is going to be all married up and have babies, and they're not going to have time to hang out as much anymore. So I'm just kind of enjoying this like period I'm in. I'm young, I'm in my 20s, and I'm just trying to enjoy it, not do anything stupid, don't hurt people, don't be irresponsible, but there's nothing wrong with just like focusing on yourself and like really improving your personal growth, which is what I did this year. And like especially these last few months, I've seen the benefits of it. Like I just wake up and not stressed out, and that's not how I used to be, is what I'm saying, Let's see what else I have in these notes over here. Oh, be mindful. I was definitely mindful this year. I documented so much. So I have a Erin Condren planner, and I would just task things I did that day. So I'd be like, go to the movies, went grocery shopping, spent this much money at grocery shopping, got my nails done. So it helped me kind of document my life better. Like I knew little things. Like I knew every 3 to 4 weeks I'd get my nails done. I'd be like, oh, it's time, or it's time for me to get groceries, or I've spent way too much. I would document like, oh, today I had a really rough day for these emotions, for these things going on, and then I feel like I can go back and be like, wow, look how much I've grown. The reason I make these videos is not for other people. Like, I love that you guys watch these, but it's genuinely for myself because I see the difference in the person I was in 2018, 2019. I can pinpoint where I was in my life then and how like sad or upset I was, but getting to this point right now where life is not perfect. I go through emotions, we're normal, but I feel just like, I feel happy, and I feel like, you know, I'm so happy I went through all of that to get here, because I feel like I was in charge of changing my own life, and I'm proud of myself for it. So be more mindful. Pinterest is great for motivational quotes. I don't care if they're cheesy. I love Pinterest quotes. I'm that cheesy girl that will throw them out to random people when they did not ask for it. So you're welcome if I've ever told you one. My friends are the best people in the whole wide world. I genuinely focus on my friendships so much more this year. I stayed pretty independent this year. I feel like I made plans with my friends. I ate food with my friends, vented to my friends, cried to my friends. I did really fun things with my friends, went ziplining. Like, I just felt like for the first time ever, I'm surrounded by so many different groups of people. And again, this is me having to put myself out there. I had to initiate making plans. But it's just, I just feel really lucky that I have people that I can call, or people will be like, hey, what do you want to do? What do you want to hang out? And like, what are we doing? And I never really had that before. And I'm not saying it's easy, because I don't necessarily have a group. I've always been a floater that hangs out with like different people in my life. But this year I've had more time to just focus on these people. Like this person, I'll be like, let's cook dinner together. And this person, I'll be like, can I call you tonight? This person, let me go on a trip with you. And this other person, can I come to your wedding? Like, it's such a spectrum of people that I'm hanging out with this year. And it's brought me so much joy just being with good people. Surround yourself with good people. I think people said like the 5 people that are in your circle that you hang out with the most is what makes up you and your personality. So if you want to be a good person, hang out with good people that lift you up and bring you up, okay? Okay, this is a great escape, and I don't know if I recommend it because it's really expensive, but like would recommend. Traveling helped me so much. Anytime I was upset, I swear I booked a flight. Book flights, not feelings. I'm really lucky, and I have friends that live in New York, so I got to go visit them twice this year, thank you. And I got to go to Austin, Texas this year, which was on my bucket list. I went to London this year. I went to Florida. I went to a couple different places this year, and I hope, last year, 2019. I hope in 2020 I continue traveling. I know I have a couple ideas already in my head, and I'm just excited to see where I go this year, where I end up. I definitely booked flights when I was like, I need a break from life, and yeah, find people that like to travel, because that's kind of a tough thing. I luckily found some people that don't mind going to a couple places with me, so thank you if you're one of them. Oh my gosh, let me recommend this podcast to you. It's called The Happiness Podcast, and it's basically a professor that tells you scientific ways, they do more research, scientific ways of how to make yourself happier, and it's like the opposite of what you think. So for example, the less choices you have in your life, the more happy you are. That's interesting. The more times this is kind of common sense, but people don't want to do it. The more times you put yourself out in public, like I was saying, makes you happier because you're surrounded by people. Start talking to people in the elevator. It's a very interesting podcast, and it helped me in my personal growth and more of the scientific facts of like how you can achieve happiness. I believe happiness is a choice. I think it's an effort. This lighting sucks. The clouds are going in and out. But I'm going to take life by the reins, and I'm just going to do really fun bucket list items, go travel still, and hopefully in between that, I figure out other things, you know? These are all the things on my list. I don't know what to say. I'm just happier, and these are like the steps that really help me make a change in my life to become a better person, happier person. I feel like I'm more there for my friends now, and I talk a lot more. I go do more things outside my comfort zone. The biggest thing I did this year was just growing and challenging myself and not being as scared of life, and even if I was, just going after it and trying to be positive anyway. And I showed up to a lot of things that I typically would have avoided, and driving also empowered me, because before I'd be kind of nervous of like, how do I get there? Now I have to Uber, that's going to be expensive. But now I'm just like, oh, I'll just drive there. And that has helped me so much. And it's crazy because these are all normal things that anyone else would do, but I think people are unique and they have their own problems. And this was one of my problems that I had to figure out and how to overcome. And I don't know, it's just crazy to think how my life was in 2018 compared to where it is now. I just feel like I took out a lot of stress from my life this past year. A lot of stress was eliminated, and I just kind of was like, look, if you want to be my life, you can be my life. If you don't, I'm good. And I think I I have especially learned this. I'm a little jaded. Let's be honest. I'm a little jaded now, but I've been living by that lesson for the last few months. Like, if you want to be in my life, sure. If you don't, okay, bye. And it's helped me a lot, and I think it's going to help me a lot in the future, because I just kind of stopped being as, like, sensitive about certain situations, and I'm, like, good. I'm, like, living my life. One day I'll let people back in, I promise. But right now, I'm kind of happy not, because I don't stress about things, and I kind of like it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. 2020. Hopefully this helped you out. I just kind of wanted to give you a life update of this year. It definitely was bumpy. It took a lot of trial and error, growing, forcing myself to be happy, forcing myself to do situations, doing things that scared the crap out of me. But looking back, the fulfillment I have from growing, challenging myself, becoming more independent has been incredible. And I think growth is what fuels my happiness, seeing a difference in the life I live. So 2020, I hope to continue to grow, hope to continue to be independent, happy, have friends that I really trust and love, and that have my back and I have their back. It's gonna be a year. Let's see what happens. Hopefully this video helps someone. Until next time, I will see you guys next week. I have some fun ideas for this year. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.